Welcome to this interactive lab simulation for the lab, Implement Intersite Connectivity. To navigate in this lab, you will complete the tasks listed on your screen. In this first task, you will deploy 3 virtual machines, each into a separate virtual network with 2 of them in the same Azure region and the third one in another Azure region. Follow the prompts to complete this task. In the toolbar of the Azure portal, click the Cloud Shell button and open a PowerShell session. Click Show Advanced Settings. With an existing resource group selected, provide names for the storage account and file share. In the toolbar of the Cloud Shell pane, click the Upload/Download Files button. Click Upload and upload the loop parameters and loop template JSON files into the Cloud Shell home directory. Open the loop parameters file in the editor and change the password. Save the change. Next, run the commands as shown to deploy the resource group that will be hosting the environment. Next, create the 3 virtual networks and deploy virtual machines into them by close the Cloud Shell pane. This task is now complete. Click the screen to continue. In this next task, you'll configure local and global peering between the virtual networks deployed in the previous task. In the Azure portal, search for and select Virtual Networks. Scroll down. Next, select Peerings. Click Add. Provide the information to establish peering between the 2 virtual networks in the East U.S. region. Next, select the option to block traffic that originates from outside this virtual network. Scroll down. Next, enter the peering link name for the remote virtual network. Select the name of the virtual network. Next, click Add. Provide the information to establish global peering between this virtual network in the East U.S. region and the virtual network in the West U.S. region. Next, select the option to block traffic that originates from outside this virtual network. Scroll down. Next, enter the peering link name for the remote virtual network. Select the name of the virtual network. Scroll down. Select the option to block traffic from outside this virtual network, and then click Add. Next, return to the Virtual Networks blade. Select the second virtual network in the East U.S. region. Scroll down the left pane and click Add. Provide the information to establish global peering between the second virtual network in the East U.S. region and the one in the West U.S. region. Now click Add. Click Refresh. This task is now complete. Click the screen to continue. In this next task, you'll test connectivity between virtual machines on the 3 virtual networks that you connected via local and global peering in the previous task. In the Azure portal, search for and select Virtual Machines. Select the first VM in East US. Click Connect and then click Download RDP. Open the file. Click Connect. Sign in and then start the remote desktop session. Search for and then click Windows PowerShell. Select Run In the Windows PowerShell console, run the commands as shown to test connectivity between the two virtual machines in the East U.S. region. Examine the output of the command. Next, test connectivity between this virtual machine and the one in the other Azure region. Navigate back to the virtual machines blade. Select Connect with RDP. Open Windows PowerShell. Next, run the commands as shown to test connectivity between this virtual machine and the one. Examine the output of the command and verify that the connection was successful. Close the RDP session. This interactive lab simulation is now complete.